Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all being in a very good full day today. So, before I start, I would like to ask a question to the gathering. How many of you here love shopping for clothes? You could raise your hands, please. I could see a good number of people raising hands. Appreciate it. Thank you. The next question I would also like to ask you is, how many of you have purchased a clothes which is not needed at the moment, but you have purchased it because of the sale happened with more offers and discounts? And this question, you should be honest in answering it. Please raise your hands. And this happens to all of us. The reason is because the trend changes fast. It means the fashion trends changes fast, whereas our preference towards the fashion trends also changes fast. But if you see at the end, you could see a n number of clothes in your cupboard that you do not want to use it again. So, what are you going to do with the waste clothes that you do not want to use it again? So we as end users usually go with three steps that we normally follow. The first step is you try to get your waste clothes to donation. The clothes which is oversized, you used for once or twice or thrice, and next you do not want to use it again. So you try to donate your clothes to someone else so that you empty your cupboard and get these clothes away from your place. The next step that usually we follow is, I personally follow is, the clothes which is getting torn or color faded, we cut into small pieces. We try to clean our motorcycle. We try to clean our kitchen shelf, and that's how my mom does. She used to tear the waste clothes, try to clean the kitchen shelf, and if you see, that clothes also goes for the disposal. And the third option that we usually follow is direct disposal. If you don't choose option 1 and 2, if you try to do the clothes for the disposal, and if you see in option 1 and 2, at the end, the waste clothes goes for the disposal. Here the word disposal means it goes for the landfill. So today I'll be speaking about the problems of the textile waste and its impact on the environment, and how we create a sustainable solution by recycling these textile waste into a sustainable products towards the fashion industry. As we all know, fashion industry is one of the fastest growing industry in the world, and it has reached fast with the term called fast fashion. The word fast fashion means the trends keep on changing, whereas the manufacturing also keeps on increasing the production. And there is more number of production, it leads to more number of sales in the retail store. At the end, the person who's buying the clothes get more satisfaction. But we doesn't know the dark side of the fashion industry. Fashion industry is one of the most polluting industry in the world, whereas fashion industry alone nearly contributes 10 to 12% towards the global pollution. Whereas textile waste alone nearly contributes 60% towards the fashion pollution. And in India alone contributes 10 to 15% towards the global textile waste pollution. So how in India we handle the waste textile waste? So waste textile waste has been classified into three types. The first one is called post-consumer waste. The second one is called pre-consumer waste. And third one is called imported waste. Post-consumer waste is what we generate, the clothes that we do not need it anymore, and we that try to dispose it. That waste is called post-consumer waste. Pre-consumer waste is a waste which is generated while making the clothes in the industry, and that waste is no longer needed. That goes for the landfill. And that waste is called pre-consumer waste. And the third waste is called imported waste. Imported waste means the clothes that we trying to get imported from different countries, we use it, and we throw away the clothes. And that throwaway is called imported waste. These three cloths goes in the three process that usually India follows. The first, it try to goes for the recycling industries. Recycling industries like, it goes for yarn, it goes for automobile industry for seat cushion, it goes for carpets making, it goes for pillow stuffing, etc. And second, it goes for incinerating. The word incinerating means it goes for the burning. Companies like soap factories, textile industries, which have huge boilers, they use these waste clothes for their burning purposes. And last, we see nearly 17% of textile waste, it's go for the landfill. Assume that a truck full of waste clothes get dumped into landfill every second for the complete year. And that much waste is being accumulated in India for every year. Now let us keep this textile waste alone aside and speak about the other invisible pollution which is happening in the textile industry. I hope everyone have visited the retail showroom. You could see a mannequin displayed. And in India, you could see all showroom that is with mannequin, and no showroom will have display the clothes without mannequin. Mannequin plays a very good important role in the retail showroom. The reason is because every product in the retail showroom can be displayed through a single product using mannequin. And these showrooms try to get dispose these mannequins after 2 to 3 years. And have you ever thought, where will these mannequins go once no longer needed? So these mannequins is made actually two types. The first one is called fiberglass made mannequins. The second one, we call it as plastic made mannequins. Fiberglass mannequin is made using toxic materials with fiberglass material, whereas these fiberglass mannequins is zero disposable, zero recyclable. At last, it goes for the landfill. In different countries, they have a place called mannequin graveyard, where they store all the waste mannequins dumped in the place which is used for the landfill for the eternity. And the other option they do with the fiberglass mannequin is they try to burn it. Burning is other toxic pollution that creates through the environment that cause most pollution. But if you compare with the plastic mannequins can be recycled, but it is non-recycle, but it won't get degraded. And also, the energy that consumes to make a recycled mannequin is lower than you make a fresh mannequin. So we thought, why don't we make a sustainable mannequins? And also we thought, why don't you make a mannequin using textile waste? So introducing Rectiva mannequin, also known as ResRec. ResRec means resource recovery, and ResRec also known as restracking. The word restracking means bringing death to alive. How we make ResRec mannequins? ResRec mannequin is 100% recycled using waste, textile waste that is generated and end up to the landfill. These mannequins completely biodegradable, 100% recycled, eco-friendly, and sustainable. Let me explain you how we make the ResRec mannequin. So we collect all the textile waste which is generated, and we collect them, which is post and pre-consumer waste as well as imported waste. We collect it, bring it together, shred it into small pieces, then we convert into pulp, and that pulp has been mixed with natural glue, and through that we paste it with the mold, we release a shape, and that shape has been handcrafted and finished with the natural stone powder to make eco-friendly mannequins. So through this mannequin process, we create a circular fashion. So I'll explain how we create a circular fashion here. So what we do is, we collect the waste from the textile factory, we convert into mannequins, and that mannequin has been put back to the same fashion industry. So through this, we try to close the loop and create a sustainable product to the fashion industry. How our mannequin is sustainable than the other mannequin in the market? These mannequins, to make one mannequin, we use nearly 30 to 40 kilos of waste textiles. And this mannequin helps to save nearly 70% less carbon emission compared to the normal mannequin in the market. We also save 80% of usable waters from the contaminants and the leachate toxic. Through this, we try to reduce the percentage of landfill and increase the percentage of recycling. And this proves that we do not want to sacrifice the sustainability in the world of fashion. So how can you reduce the fashion waste in your daily life? We just play a small part in recycling the waste material. But you guys can make a huge difference by going through the following tips. The first tip I'd suggest you is, think before you purchase a cloth. Before you're purchasing cloth, you have to make sure and ask yourself, is the cloth really needed? Should I buy it? If I buy it, will I use it for a lot of time? Then if you think if it's needed, then purchase it. If not, just skip and purchase on another day. The second tip I suggest is, support the brand which is on the sustainability. You could see a many brand, they could take a buyback policy, which is the used clothes can be returned to the same brand, and that brand will sustainably use the waste for the recycling process. The third tip I suggest is, get your clothes person who's trying to do recycling and upcycling. So through him, you could able to reduce the landfill, and that product will be value added to the environment. And the fourth and the powerful word is get your consumer educated, spread awareness. Through spreading awareness, you could make everyone to be aware on the waste populated in India, on how this textile waste has been accumulated, so that before they buy, they'll be more conscious before they purchase the cloth. So what choice will you make today to shape the future? Sustainability and fashion, it's not a word called a clothing. Fashion is also known as the choice that you make. So let us join hands together and create a sustainable future for the sustainable product in the upcoming years. Thank you.